Well, Justin, first of all, before we look ahead to Shrewsbury, just look back on Saturday. Big 3 points at home again.
Yeah, massive. I think it's really important to particularly keep our record going at home. I think we've had a very good time, particularly at the back end of last season, and then obviously the start of this season has been really good to do that in front of your home fans.
Was it a little bit too close for comfort though at times in that second half?
Hey, listen, give Barnsley some credit as well. They made it difficult for us, but I think that's the opportunity when you see kind of the other side of the team, and I think it was not enjoyable, but I'm always intrigued by different personalities, and when you've got a little bit of adversity and things are not going your way, what are we made of? And I think we stood up to the test. I think people like Cash and Steers and Joe, they was quite enjoying it in a kind of way. Clearly we'd like more control in the game, but I think to get over the line in the way that we did shows that we've got two sides to our game.
That's exactly what I was going to say next, that you had two sides of it. You had the first half, there was some great football, the amount of chances that you created, and then there was the second half where, yeah, I know you still created chances, but you had to roll your sleeves up and dig in, which ultimately you're going to have to do in this league anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a challenging league. Difficult. Teams make you defend, see what you're about, and it's nice for us to stand up to that and show people we're not got a soft underbelly, and we can play, but we can also stand up to that stern test that we were given on Saturday, and it builds confidence. And I think when you see James Collins heading balls out of our box towards the end, you see what it means to the players, and long may that continue.
How encouraged are you by the amount of chances that you created in games? Because there's been periods over the last couple of years where maybe we haven't created as many chances we would like, but you think back to Charlton, you think to Mansfield, you think to Saturday, the volume that you're creating now is considerably higher. Yeah,
I think it's important for us to try and build that consistency of periods in games when we're playing and building the way we want to play. Our style of play is clear for people to see. And it's been really effective in the games, and the problem comes when you're not creating chances. So the players are getting used to each other, they're building those relationships. It's been really positive for us, and we've created quite a number of chances that as we go into the season, when people start to build those relationships and it's clear where that ball's going, we'll get on the end of it, and the work ethic's great and you earn your rewards.
6 weeks ago, you only had 5 players under contract. So you've signed 13 players, quite a few players have signed new contracts as well. Are you surprised, or are you just, it's what you expected in terms of how quick everything's knitted together? Because some of the passages of play in all the games has been, it feels like that you've had the squad together for a hell of a long time.
Yeah, I think Liam spoke in pre-season about trying to microwave the process, but you can kind of do that when you've got intelligent players. You've got some experience in there, some know-how during the games, and that's evident. But also, they're so open-minded to want to understand how we play, the style of play, how we can improve it. They're challenging and pushing each other all the time, and I think the evidence is there in the game so far. Clearly, there's more to come. That's the exciting thing. There's more to come, and we're working every day to try and improve.
3-game week, so 9 points on offer. You've started it perfectly. You've now got 2 tough away games this week, so there's been a lot of talk about the away form previously. How big an opportunity is this coming up?
Well, every game's an opportunity. I don't think we need to put too much emphasis on whether we're at home or away. The way we play will be the way we play. Clearly, we need to improve that record, and that's what we will be aiming to do. But we won away from home last week, which was an important one for us, and a good challenge, and prepared as well for periods that we faced on Saturday, and we came through that. So we're proving to each other all the time that we're heading in the right direction.
In terms of Shrewsbury, what you're expecting from them? They had a great win at Wycombe at the weekend late on.
I think over the years, any Steve Cotterill team, you're going to face a tough test and a challenge. You're going to be asked to defend. They're very forward thinking in what they do. And again, it's for us to stand up to that, deal with that, and then trying to impose our game on them.
Squad-wise, how's everyone looking?
Yeah, everyone's fit and healthy, I think. We're in a good place, and I think it's important that we use the depth that is available to us. There's a lot of games, obviously, we're in that period now where they come thick and fast. So I think other than Chesney really, and obviously Kurt, who we missed on Saturday. I think everyone else was fine.
Liam mentioned last week, actually, in terms of the options that you've got now, and you talked about Mansfield turnaround, and you look and you've got options and players that can make a real impact on the game. How nice is that from your perspective as well, that there's more depth to this group now and that you've got options available to you?
Yeah, it's massively important in the league we're in, and in any league, that you've got depth to your squad. I think it just proves also in terms of the kind of professionals we've got in the building, because Richard Stearman steps in for Curtis Davis, and that's not a problem for us. I think normally last season, I think in some situations we were looking around and probably got some young and inexperienced lads, but Richard Stearman's had a fantastic career. He's an ultimate professional in terms of the way he prepares himself daily on the training ground, and I think that's credit to him, but also the standards that the lads are setting themselves on the training ground, that they're game ready when called upon.
Yeah, I was going to mention that it's the culture that coaching staff want to see from the players, that Richard Stearman's not sulking around saying, oh, I should have been playing. Instead, he focuses on when an opportunity comes, because invariably over the season it does, you're ready to take it.
It's massively important. We can talk about it all we like, but the lads drive that, and I think Steers has obviously been a big part of that in the dressing room, and when we've done things with some of the players who've perhaps not been in the starting 11, I think he drives that, the expectation, the demand. But we're getting it across the board now, because you've got players, we want promotion, and winning matters, and I think that's the drive and energy you need around any club, and if you're trying to develop that culture.